Hello, lovely people. It is so good to see you again. I'm Jatin Sapru, welcoming you to another exciting episode of Crypto Tales by CoinSwitch. It's a show where every week we meet either a crypto expert or some crypto enthusiast to learn a little more about this cryptic world of crypto and make it a little less cryptic. Well, today I'll be joined by not one but two super sharp, bubbly brains who'll be serving us up a cocktail. But that's a little later on the show because I like to begin with a fun trivia. But today it's about a trivial pursuit, the pursuit of the origins of Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies. दो हजार आठ के ग्लोबल मार्केट क्रैश के बाद लोगों में बैंक्स के प्रति बहुत गुस्सा था एंड हु कुड हैव ब्लेम्ड देम बेसिकली बैंक्स की गलती के चलते द एंटायर ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी हैड कोलैप्स्ड नाउ द यूएस गवर्नमेंट दे बेल्ड द बैंक्स आउट ऑफ बैंक्रप्सी बाय यूजिंग द टैक्सपेयर्स डॉलर्स लेकिन इस सब में नुकसान किसका हुआ कॉमन मैन का एंड जस्ट अराउंड देन इन 2008 an anonymous guy or a girl or maybe a group called Satoshi Nakamoto appeared on the internet and presented the idea of a new mode of transaction called Bitcoin. Bitcoin का फंडा बड़ा सिंपल था. It wanted to decentralize transactions. मतलब जरूरत ना किसी बैंक की, ना किसी अथॉरिटी की, ना किसी मिडलमैन की. The idea was to put the power back in the hands of the common man. Now, everyone wanted to know who is Nakamoto, but he was busy over the next 3 years anonymously, gumnami ke andhero mein, working and establishing the Bitcoin. And once he did so, he disappeared. Over all these years, so many people have tried to uncover the real identity of Nakamoto, but nobody has succeeded. Theories बहुत सारी आई हैं, लेकिन कोई भी prove नहीं हुई. In fact, 2014 में, a reporter found a guy named Dorian Nakamoto and everyone said, yes, we found our man. लेकिन Dorian Nakamoto was a retired 70-year-old engineer in California और वो इतने परेशान हो गए that he had to come out and plead to the world, I am not Satoshi Nakamoto. मेरा उनसे या Bitcoin से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. Satoshi नहीं, सिर्फ संतुष्टि चाहता हूँ. Next day, Satoshi Nakamoto appears on the internet only to clarify, I am not Dorian Nakamoto. And then, he disappears again. आज तक किसी को नहीं पता. It could be you, it could be me, but no one will ever know. For the moment, I will continue using my alias Jatin Sapru here on Crypto Tales by CoinSwitch, and I'm really thrilled to introduce to you my guests for the show today. Two ladies who are shaking it up and stirring up the world of finance and serving their very own cocktail. You might know them on social media as Fin Cocktail. It's time to bring on the set Saili and Niyati. Right, just the vibe, the energy, even the color palette of the show has completely changed. And that's all thanks to these two ladies. And I'm also guessing that my crew is very interested in this financial cocktail. Saili and Niyati, welcome so much to Crypto Tales by CoinSwitch. I would like to extend a warm welcome, but a cocktail's best enjoyed cold, right? Nice, ice cold. Yeah. How are you doing?
Good. We're great, and thank you so much. We're very excited to be here.
Do you know, when you think of finance, you think of people who would be just very straight-jacketed, very serious and all of that. Is there something that has always interested you?
Finance has always been something that's been in our lives. Both our parents, actually, both our moms, are best friends. And they're both into finance, and they sort of always had these dinner table conversations with us.
I mean, at 18 and 20, we were already talking about like investments and mutual funds and stuff like that. So that kind of got us more intrigued, more interested.
The name, I mean, one of the coolest things is Fin Cocktail. Yeah. So how did you come up with Fin Cocktail?
I love gin cocktails. And I was trying to make finance fun. And I was like, if I name my page anything which is, you know, finance related, nobody's going to come to it. Everybody's like, हाँ, ठीक है, one more finance page. ऊपर से लड़की, who's going to listen to her? So I thought, what can I do to bring my personality into it? Plus finance, obviously. So, Fin Cocktail.
You literally put your spirit into it.
Yeah, yes.
What sort of empowered you to start Fin Cocktail? You know, what's your story?
I was an investment banker and everybody's like, oh my God, that's so cool. You're a banker. I said, oh my God, I hate it. It was so bad. And I was like, if I have to do something fun, I have to start it on my own. I was like, Niti, you also got to do this. We're going to change how India talks about finance.
Even my background was in finance, studied finance all my life, got a job in finance. Like she said, you want to do something for yourself, right? You don't want to, if you can do it for somebody else, you might as well do it for yourself.
So, Fin Cocktail, now that we know your interesting story, let's also talk about the story of money. Why should one invest money? It might be a very simple question, but I'm sure there's a lot to it.
You'll be surprised how many times we get asked that question.
And how many people we still have to convince to sort of start their investment journey.
This big monster that we call inflation.
If you're invested in anything under 6%, you're essentially, your money is eroding as opposed to growing. Anything which sort of beats inflation will enable your money to grow. And then there is what we talk about financial freedom, achieving that state.
So if you want to afford things in the future, invest your money. Let it grow with inflation. Let it grow with your buying power.
How big a crypto enthusiast have you been? And are you just getting more and more inclined towards it because of also your followers?
Yes, I am becoming more and more inclined just because of the sheer questions we get asked.
Yeah.
And so many of them are so intriguing that I'm like, wait, hold on, let me do my research. Let me find out more.
I think people who are young, probably 18 to 25, are really inquisitive about this entire cryptocurrency situation.
And you think this is going to lead to a bigger chain? That the time people took to move from, say, fixed deposits to equity or mutual funds, it will not take that much longer for them to move from these modules to crypto.
The younger generation, their first investment is in crypto. And then they're like, oh, acha, I also need to have a stable asset class as well.
So now when the headline comes that there is market volatility, there has been a crash, what is usually your line of advice for them?
When you've invested in an asset class, you have to give it time, right? Like you can't get perturbed by the volatility. Even in equities, it works similarly. If you invest, you can't look at like 3-month returns or 6-month returns. You tend to look at 3-year, 5-year returns and then sort of judge whether, your particular stock or a mutual fund has done well or not. I think it's the same with cryptos where you have to give it some time. I mean, if you're not gonna have the stomach to digest the volatility or you're gonna lose your sleep at night, then I don't think this is meant for you. You have to give it time and you also have to give it that risk-taking appetite. You have
Which
to
is
be,
different for everyone.
Which is different for everyone. And if it's for you, then it's for you. If it's not, then, stay away.
Crypto is very nascent still. Like, even though people are investing in it quite a bit now, it's gotten the sort of, PR and everything around
Attention.
it. Yeah, there is huge potential.
We've like barely uncovered the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that's yet to come. There's new advancements being made in the technology, not just blockchain, but like other technologies as well. So, as and when things start happening, volatility is going to sort of come in the picture.
Is it fair to even compare the asset classes? I mean, there is gold, there's real estate, there is stocks in the regular finance, and now there's crypto. So how do you sort of balance that out when you look at growth comparisons?
I think the rest of the asset classes, including like gold, real estate, stocks, like you said, they've had decades to sort of establish themselves and grow.
They've been around.
Yes, they've been around. But crypto is nascent. It is new. It's interesting. It's exciting.
And it's grown tremendously over the past decade. So there's that as well.
It's done fabulously well. So I guess the little disclaimer has to be you have to do your research. Exactly like you would with any investment
asset.
in like stocks or
Stocks or-
mutual funds. You have to do your research here as well. You have to understand why you're investing in crypto, which one you are investing in.
What are your demographics like? The people who follow you, is there a certain age group? Are there more women than men?
Honestly, I think there's more men than women at this point in time. There's 60% men, 40% women. And as for the demographics, it's mostly people between 18 to 35 years of age.
Even though it's 60-40, women following a financial page is...
That's great. Even
Yes.
40% is
Yes.
a great number.
It's
Yeah. So then why is it that a lot of men probably feel that, what would women know about finance? Is that a sentiment that you've had to deal with?
It is. It's a huge sentiment that we have to deal with. We get a lot of comments, a lot of DMs about, what are you talking about? This is nonsense.
I would put that against all the messages that we get on our DMs, and those are mainly from women who just want to know more and learn more and, you know, are curious.
Yeah.
And I think that itself makes me happy. I mean, I don't care if we're getting a lot of flack for like something that someone didn't like, but at least there's people who are listening to us, who are appreciating what we're doing, who want to know more, who want to learn more.
In crypto, what are the coins that you're personally invested in?
Well,
We're actually pretty much invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Our portfolios mainly consists of these two, but there's a few others that we're slowly starting to build, our portfolio around, and like Binance Coin, Litecoin.
What is it about their tech that you've not diversified so much yet, and you're heavily invested in these two?
A lot of research has been done on the technology behind Bitcoin, the blockchain technology, the technology behind Ethereum. So, you know, that on the tech front also, there's a lot of advancements that have already happened. And these coins have established themselves over time now. And as and when we learn more about like the different technologies, we're starting to explore some other ones.
Plus, a lot of these companies are now getting used to the idea. They're at least opening up to the idea of using digital currency. It can take you to space, right?
Yeah. How do you know about my plans? Okay, let's come to the fun names that we were talking about. Throw some names at me.
Well, there's Ripple.
Polkadot. There.
Fashionistas, yeah, for them.
That's the technology Cardano.
Cardano sounds nice. Do you think I should? No. But that's what he said, right? Don't go for the name. There's something more to it.
Yes. Please don't invest just
based on the name.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
your research.
So then, as I've told you, it is super easy. I just need to get on a CoinSwitch. Let me keep you like guessing. What am I going to invest in? I'll be open about it. So you go on to popular currencies, and the first thing that you see is Bitcoin. And if you want to play it safe, like I want to do it again, all you have to do is press on it and no, but that's very simple. Whatever you want to invest, put in the investment, preview your buy, and done. You have Bitcoins, right?
Yeah.
Let's not get into quantities. But ladies, I hope that you really enjoyed this episode of Crypto Tales, because
We
I
did.
really enjoyed hosting it.
We really did.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having us. It was a great chat.
Wonderful. Next time we meet, hopefully, me and all the viewers, you'll give us Fin cocktails and some gin cocktails.
For sure.
Yeah. You take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, I say it was a lot of fun hosting Saili and Niyati right here on the set. Give them a follow on Instagram. Their page is called Fin Cocktail. They've got some incredible content up there. And for enthusiasts like them, for myself, and hopefully a lot more of you, remember, purchasing cryptocurrency is super easy. All you need to do is get onto CoinSwitch, India's simplest and largest crypto trading platform. Until I see you next time on another episode of Crypto Tales, just scratch those age-old fixed deposits in your brains and open it up to this whole new world of cryptocurrencies. I'll see you soon.